Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Grammar Made Easy. Today we're going to talk about conditional sentences. So what are conditional sentences? Well, put simply, they are expressions of action that happen in the present or in the past and how it affected or didn't affect future consequences. And we might divide those into two different categories. We have real conditionals and we have unreal conditional statements. Now, there are 5 conditional forms or categories, we could say, but we're only going to talk about 4 today. 0, first conditional, second, and third conditional. Now, what we're going to do is I'll give you a sample statement first. You can tell me if it's real or unreal, and then we'll talk about when we can use this and the grammar structure. So here's the first example for 0 conditional. If you boil water, you will get steam. Now, is this real or unreal? Well, this is real. So when describing factual, irrefutable facts, you can use the 0 conditional. If you boil water, you will get steam. Now, what's our grammar structure? Well, we have the word if plus the simple present tense in our verb, and then at the end of the sentence for the consequence, simple present. Boil is our simple present at the beginning of the sentence, and get is our simple present at the end. Are you with me so far? Good. Let's move on to first conditional. Now, here's our sample sentence. If he studies hard, he will pass the exam. Real or unreal? Well, if the present is realized, then the consequence will be realized. Is this factual or real? Well, absolutely. So our first conditional is a real conditional statement. And we would use this to show possibilities of what happens now and how it affects the future. Now, what's our grammar structure for this? Well, we have the word if plus simple present, which is studies, and then in the latter part of the sentence we have will. Okay, good. Now that's our first conditional. Now for our second conditional, instead of telling you the example, I'm going to sing it to you. So bear with me. There was a song in the late 1990s sung by the Bare Naked Ladies, a Canadian group, and this is how the song went. If I had $1 million, I'd be rich. Now, this was the statement in the song. If I had $1 million, I would be rich. Real or unreal? Well, the fact of the matter is, most of us don't have $1 million, and therefore we're not rich. So this is unreal. Second conditional is unreal. So we use it when we're predicting future consequences based upon theoretical or imaginary present situations. Now the grammar structure for this is the word if plus a simple past plus would, could, or might, then the base form of the verb. So for instance, if I had, that's our simple present, $1 million, I would, or I'd, would, be, which is the base form of our verb, I would be rich. Okay, very good. Now let's move on to number 3. This is our third conditional, I should say. Now, third conditional is describing past actions and how they had regrettable consequences for the future. So this is an important structure in order to describe regret. Now here's an example. If I had practiced piano, I would have been better. Now this, of all the ones that we've discussed so far, the conditionals, this is probably the most complex in its grammar form. And again, we use it to describe how regrettable past actions have affected present consequences or even future consequences. So what's the grammar structure here? Well, we have the word if plus past perfect, which would be had practiced. Had is our past, practice is our perfect or completed action. Then we have would, could, or might, plus the word have, and then finally the past participle of the verb, which would be I would have been. The word been is our past participle in the last part of that sentence. So hopefully that makes sense. So in describing past regrettable situations that were not realized, the consequences that it had on the present situation. Good. So that is our third conditional. Well, this was just a short tutorial on 4 different types of conditionals. If you'd like to know more about passive and active voice, how to use other more complex grammar structures, I'd love to be able to help you. Again, my name is Andrew Maxey. You can visit me on Facebook at my name, AndrewMaxey, or you can visit my website at amaxeducation.com. Now, thanks again for your time and attention, and have a lovely day.